Angel got his preferred spot. Like I said, Angel needs, you know, me and Angel have a Destiny history. That's just a fact. And he needs to work on his Destiny because he's been taking some time off for other games, and I've been doing that too. A lot of other people have been cheesing the game for like weeks on end. Oh, and Matt made it in. Payback's a bitch. Woo! That's right, bitches. I do tricks in the middle of danger. Yeah, that's fine. This is one of the new ones. This is a new shotgun. It's from the dark below. It's all good though, you know. Like I said, I like being Sherpa'd through them as long as people have done them. Just because I think that shows off your skills better. Because no one's impressed with I googled it. You know, and it sure as hell, like I said, if I was just a gamer, maybe, but, and I'm just saying this flat out to everyone later in archives watching, whatever, you know, just when you come here to a streamer's show, or anyone that, because we have people that play with us that are just YouTubers, you know, it's definitely best to not just come in and say, hey, let's go do something I saw on YouTube. Most of the time, you know, we're not going to do it, even though it's entertaining. I personally don't do that too much. But if you've done something, seen something, found something, even if you're a YouTuber, by all fucking means, you know, show off your shit. I love people in GTA to take over my car or take their jet or get in as a passenger and then just go, you know, let them show off their stuff. Today I'm basically trying to just work on gear. I'm almost done with Athenian's Epilogue, even though I got a brand new one yesterday on the VOG. Thank you everyone for playing that with me. That was our best run yet, personally. I have never yet done it on hard, and I would like to start a VOG hard tomorrow.
Was I were you doing the vault while you were on the vault?
Yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday in the afternoon, but yesterday, of course, we were still having major open broadcast software issues out of our control, and so our show was hiccuping and skipping all day long, but it stopped the last like 4 or 5 hours, and today we're still flawless, no dropped frames. Usually I only drop like 10 frames a week, and I dropped 12,000 frames in the first 5 minutes yesterday. That was almost the entire 5 minutes. But it was, you know, it was one of those things. It's tech, people. Even the newer generation has yet to be raised on, you know, zero lag, you know, shit like that. Power goes down, you know, we're all slaves to electricity, then we're slaves to internet. Beyond that, those little zeros and ones control our lives, man.
Yeah, we're slaves to technology.
Little zeros and ones. El Binary Kodo is our master and god. Vex, we are one with you. Wait, what?
We are one.
I'm taking my time to work on everything because I need to work on the last 3 tiers of some skill trees. I'm also looking for Ascendant Shards out the wazoo. I need about another 40, maybe 50. But 40 or 50, yeah, 40 or 50 gives me 2 complete sets of armor, legendary. And that's 2. I have a Crucible set, and I have a set that's better for, like, Planet Side. And, then Ascendant Energy, I have enough to finish out my current epilogue perfectly. I have everything I need. I just need to work the skill tree up. This is a gun that's going to help me with my Thorn bounty in the Crucible because it's an auto rifle, void damage. I have a major system of what I need to do in what order for the best fluid multitasking. Now we're working on this new bounty. I guarantee it's going to have some sort of, like, fucking Crucible version part of it too. So I'm trying to get it up to Crucible so I can work on all 3 of them at once. So we're going to do this one until it gives me the Crucible chunk of it. Or maybe I'll have to wait for Zur tomorrow to do a chunk of it. I do not know. Hanging out with the Hunter Elite. Yesterday I got the Vogue Cloak. I got another Schrader. And I got the another Athean's Epilogue, which I'm quite glad to get because I'll give it to my Titan. And I'll work it up. Like I said, I don't mind sharing my exotics. Yeah. Like I said, I don't. Well, it wasn't my fire team yesterday either, by the way. It was Game Man's, just so you know. And it was pretty much full before we left GTA. Like, we were all playing GTA. And then we went over to it. together. His cousin came in and played with us for the first time and took the last spot. Otherwise, Fear didn't get invite because Fear was doing Crota's raid.
Yeah,
But
I saw it was on good raid.
But yeah, I basically wasn't the fire team leader yesterday. I said, I just want to play. I don't want to... Like, I'll lead because I'm the leader of the DOBX, and we're all DOBX. But I'm going to let Game Man kind of decide who comes in, since he had a preference, and it was his idea. But I'm very glad to do it. We did it on normal, and it was the first time we've done it in one day, and we did it in a couple hours. But we took, like, a break in the middle. We took, like, a 40-minute break, and we all ate lunch, and, like, we sat, like, after the jumping spot. That was hilarious. We were waiting for, like... We were waiting for 2 people for like 40 minutes on the jumping spot. I made it on my 3rd try.
I can help you guys on the raid, just in general. I'm showing you tips on how to get...
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, Sigma and Pro are real experienced at it.
Yeah.
So, but they talk highly, you know, of you. Salty Scrub is a gentleman I play with from Great Britain, I believe, or Wales or such. I'm sorry, I don't actually know. So I'm just going off of his amazing accent, and I've spent a lot of time over there working in London. I went to school at Cambridge, you know, so yeah, Stanford, Cambridge, sisters.
He's never driven at all.
Hey, no, that's not true though. I drove tractors and 4-wheelers on the ranch, on the farm, and on the reservoir.
Cars.
Yeah, but I've never actually taken my driver's license tests. But I can drive a stick shift, and, you know, don't get me wrong, like, I mean, I'm skilled at driving. If I were to have to drive a car in emergency, people, I can do that. But I've never even taken my permit test. But I'm also a native of the Oklahoma Flatlands Badlands Reservation. I don't have American citizenship. I have dual citizenship. I'm 38. I've never actually driven a car, but I've driven motorcycles, basically the Sanchez, you know, motocross bike style BMX bikes,
Right.
Quads. I grew up driving a old school tractor. By the time I was like 5, I was stick shifting that. But yeah, I've just, but here's the reason, people. I don't drive for 2 reasons, major reasons. I love the environment. I don't believe in big dirty oil, destruction of the environment. 2, I don't support big corporate oil and wars fought for it. And the 3rd reason, which is just private but kind of shitty, is the money it costs to drive. People always ask me how I afford to go to Japan every year for a month. How do I afford to do this? I don't drive.
Japan every year for a month?
I usually do. I haven't for the last couple of years because I usually put all my money into the family.
Oh my god.
But it's basically, you know, it costs anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to drive, including insurance, gas, car payments, repairs, tickets, anything and everything like that. I've just never had to worry about that. But ever since I grew up, I've lived in big cities or so far in the mountains, I just can drive without license. God, blue candy, blue candy, blue candy. Blue candy, blue candy, blue candy. And that's, I mean, it's just worked out for me, but there's been a lot of times in my life where I've had to really have to suffer through that. You know, where I've had to really be fucked or dependent or walk a long distance or, yeah, well, that's saying here in San Francisco Bay Area, there's...
I'm gonna get out the Hydra.
Go for it. I killed it in one shot.
Come on, man.
Go. I got Icebreaker 2.0 slowly grinding up her skill tree. Now this, of course, has been upgraded by Zur. I'm going to test it, sacrifice it, and see if I can upgrade it to 3.0 if it's in there this week. Of course, Icebreaker I bought long ago. The one time Zur had it in the black market like 2 months ago. So I've had my Icebreaker for a long time, but recently upgraded it to 2.0 a couple weeks ago, but slowly grinding it back up. I've done that with a few sets of armor as well, so that's, you know, but it's only like a 10 to 20 point defense increase. It's only a few light increase. It's not, with exotic armor, it's nice, but it's not a make it or break it. Exotic weapons, you can see a 10 to 20 point damage increase, depending on the weapon, but you gotta really judge, how far have I upgraded the skill tree so far? That's what you really have to think about. My plan C is a Mach 1, but it's perfect. I finished it off a week before the option was allowed by Xur. So I'm not going to do it yet. But my icebreaker was 99% done. Before I spent the exotic shard on it, I decided to go ahead and upgrade it. And my gauntlets that I'm wearing, those were only Mach 1, so I did them to Mach 2. But my helmet, the Knuckle Breaker, is a Mach 1 perfect. So instead of spending 7, I'm just 50-50 in it. Some people play the game so much and farm and grind, and which is the point of the game. They coins, they can do it all right away. I'm just doing with what I got. But, yeah, I bet my suggestion as a hand is if you've already done that final piece of the exotic, don't Mach 2 it. Don't. Because your skill tree's reset. Which means you're going to have to spend another 7 strange coins for another exotic shard once you get all the way back up to that spot. Boom.
Yeah, you got their store kills now.
Nice. It's,
All the survivors.
dude, I made it all the way up here, but I killed everyone on the way up. Like, I was just picking them off one by one. My new current favorite look is the one I'm rocking right now, which is this cloak. Now, I love this legendary backup for...
You waste heavy weapon ammo.
Whatever. This legendary helmet I'm wearing is the new Dark Below one. I have an exotic, of course. It's designed for my PvP. It's the Knuckle Breaker. I try to have a legendary backup for every exotic weapon and armor. But I like the look of this one because it looks like a skull. I'm going to have the Chatter White Schrader. But my other gamer handle that I've always been known as is the Black Fox Bruja. And so foxes have always been a thing I love. Give me nothing! I want nothing! Thank you. Alright, we're going to head back to the tower. I want everyone to talk about syncing up targets and bounties. I'm going to see what my next exotic one is. Angel, if you desync, just do your tower biz, and I'll get you back in. Angel has a reserved spot with me today as long as he wants or can, so please, people, realize that. Because he needs to catch up a little bit. We all know how sucky it is when you take 2 or 3 weeks off by any reason, and then suddenly you're like, I am falling behind. This is a game that needs, I think, at least 10 hours a week. If not daily, just pop on for an hour or two and do basically the daily bounties you can, and then the daily heroic story, or whatever. If you just do that much every day, and then like throw in the weekly with a good team to get those 9 strange coins, you know, that's enough. And make sure you pop on and maybe do that all that at least on Friday or Saturday so you can see Xur. So you can really grind this game out well with about like 5 hours a week. But, you know, the more you play, just the more you get, the more you level up, the more shit you get, the more shit you level up, the more experience you get. That's why I love this game.
Yeah, I wish I would have been there for the vault to get, and then I might have gotten the epilogue.
You know, well, here's the thing is, of course, I alphaed and betaed this with one of our DOBX, Spit 33. He did most of the alpha and beta, but he was relaying it to me, and I didn't break any terms of service release, but once we were allowed to, we were, you know, betaing this, and we got under alpha. Original early alpha had weapon sharing among people that were in your Bungie net crew only. So that could come... Now, but what happened is during the alpha test, alpha testers were found to be duping it. So, but they were meant to. No. They were told to find ways so they could figure out ways to protect against it. No. Good. Yeah, alpha testers are so few that they would have been found. No, it's important during an alpha, I hate to say it, to find those dickheads, you know. Yeah, whenever somebody leaves Fear, of course you can hop in, and I do, like I said, I'm trying to get this bounty, this exotic bounty, up to the Crucible part, which most of these have, and once it gets to the Crucible, I have to go finish up Bad Juju. And, of course, I want to play every time people in the Crucible with the same 5 people, or, you know, I don't want blueberries on my fire team. It just makes for no communication. It makes for random switching. One minute they're on your team, and then next they're on the other team, and they know all your weaknesses. If you're playing against 2 teams of 3, you might have an advantage with blueberries. But if it's a team of 6, all mic'd up that play together, like the ones that